In this video, we're going to be talking about the follow phase of the core formula program. So I love the follow phase, particularly for advisors, because so many advisors tell us, oh, my entire business is built on referrals. And when we dig a little bit deeper into that, we discover that there is no system for actually getting referrals. Well, the follow phase here is really built around the idea of extracting referrals. And why don't you sort of walk through a little bit about what it is and how it works?
Yeah. So one of the biggest problems I think all advisors face, and you probably face, is this awkwardness in referral discussions, right? You're sitting down with somebody and the meeting's gone really well, and we've all gone through the training, right? At the end of this meeting, I'm going to ask you to write down 5 names of people that I can contact that you think would really benefit from what I do. Have you ever sat and had to write those names down? I haven't. Let me tell you, it is the worst.
I think it's awkward for both parties, isn't it?
Right? Because you're sitting there and you're like, let me scroll through my phone. Who do I kind of not like that I can hand over to this person?
Right.
And you're sitting there thinking to yourself, this is just awkward.
Yeah.
I feel uncomfortable. The advisor feels uncomfortable. Nobody is really pleased in this entire situation.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to myself, there's got to be a better way.
Sure.
And there is, Kevin. And what we're going to do is we're going to actually build a system that removes that awkwardness. And what I mean by that is, rather than put people on the spot face to face, let's first ask the question, who should I be asking for referrals from? I would argue that we should be asking for referrals from our best customers, from the people who we have served the best and have the highest opinions of us. If you ask somebody who doesn't like you for a referral, the best you're going to be getting is typically a poor meeting. At worst, you're getting fake information, you're getting just utter nonsense, right? A complete waste of your time. And so with this, we've said, look, let's first run a Net Promoter Score survey.
Net Promoter Score. We talk about this a lot, but for those folks out there who don't know Net Promoter Score, do you want to sort of talk a little bit about it?
So Net Promoter Score was created several years ago, and it centers around this question, how likely are you to recommend? We've all seen this in surveys, we've all filled out a survey that asks this question. But there's actually a lot of science behind this. And it shows that we can actually divide people based upon their answer into 3 categories. This person's a promoter of my business, this person is neutral towards me or my business, or this person is a detractor from me or my business. And so what we want to do is we basically want to do 2 main things. 1, we want to identify where somebody is, and 2, we want to take appropriate action based upon where they are. Let's say that you say to me, all of my customers are happy. Do we really believe that? I mean, do you really believe that everyone is a 10?
I imagine most advisors out there are dealing with a range of different reactions from their clients in terms of how close or how much they like or even feel like they know the advisor. And so you're probably going to get a whole range of reactions as a result.
Exactly. And so that's the whole point here is let's separate the good from the bad. And then let's go to those people who are the best, who are the happiest with you, who are the most loyal to you, who you have in theory done the most for, and go to them and say, you know what? It really helps me personally when you provide a referral.
And there's a whole process around that question that we also work through as well, which makes it a much more meaningful and effective way of asking.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think one of the things that we really want to look at is, as we become more of a niche business, right? And let's say that you're an advisor and what you again focus on is just federal employees, right? Well, if you go to a federal employee and say, hey, you know that I specialize in working with other federal employees, it would really help me personally if you could give me a couple of names of people who you think I could help just like I've helped you. Well, now it's specific.
Yeah.
It's tied to actual meaning, which is not just, hey, I'd like a referral, but you're helping me personally. And as someone who has a good relationship with me, who values me, I want to capitalize, so to speak, on this concept of reciprocity and say, yeah, I want to do this for you because of all you've done for me. I want to, as an advisor, spend some of my social capital on this ask, if you will.
Now, we've focused a little bit on the effectiveness of the follow system on getting referrals. There's some other benefits to it too, and maybe we can talk a little bit about those individuals who don't rank as high as those people we go to for referrals.
Yeah, I think in our business, in virtually every business that I've ever done this in, there's been this experience where you say to yourself, I thought this person was really happy.
And you're surprised to
and
discover
you're surprised they're not.
Yeah.
And this gives you that information. And it asks them very directly, what's going on? Or it tells you, hey, you need to go talk to this person because they're in a state that you didn't realize. Right? I don't know any advisor, period, hard stop, that would ever say, I am happy with an unhappy customer.
Yeah.
I'm going to do nothing about it. Right? The problem is they just don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And so giving them the tools to say, well, who's happy and who's not. That's real empowerment and really allows you, again, to be in the driver's seat of your business, not the passenger's.
So it also gives you the ability not only to extract referrals, but perhaps to fix something that might be a defection from your client base, right? It's also helping you retain clients.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the whole thing is we know that people who are unhappy and have their problem solved actually often become the most loyal of customers, right? We've all had an experience where you went somewhere, something was wrong, and they took massive action to make it right, and you're saying to yourself, this place is fantastic.
Yes.
Right? We want to be able to, as advisors, create that reality for our customers. So if somebody's not happy, what do I need to do to fix it? Well, first I need to know, and then I need to be able to develop a plan to fix the problem.
Well, that's a quick summary of the follow phase of the CORE4MULA program. In the next video, we'll be talking about the clean phase of the CORE4MULA.